Welcome back to How to Use ChatGPT to Grow Your Coaching Business, Part 4. In this video, we're diving into how you can use it to find speaking engagement. Speaking engagements, in my opinion, are the absolute best way to generate leads for your coaching business. In my experience, there's just nothing like getting on a stage and being in front of an audience to create trust and to attract the people that are right for you to you. So speaking engagements are the lifeblood of my business, and I hope that you're using it to promote your coaching business. And ChatGPT can really help you do that. So the first way you can use ChatGPT to do this is to simply ask it about events in your industry. Now, obviously, you'll want to give it as many parameters as you can. So we're going to actually do this live together with ChatGPT open on my computer. All right, you watching? Let's see. So we're going to say, what are industry conferences for coaches? And I'm going to actually change this and add, what are the best industry conferences for coaches that feature speakers and breakouts, right? So see how I'm getting very, very narrow and clear. So now here's one of the things I realized is that I didn't give it any parameters in terms of how many I wanted. Let's see how many it spits back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see that it's moving at a pretty fast pace. So 5. That's kind of, I've discovered ChatGPT's default. It likes the number 5. So I'll say, are there any more? Can you give me 10 more conferences like the above? So see how I'm referencing back my previous answer. Sure, here are 10 more. Look at this. There's a lot of them. Now it's moving outside of the United States, which is great. I'll take that. But you might want to narrow it to just the United States, for example. Now I'm going to ask it to say, can you give me a list of all the websites for the conferences you listed above? Okay, I misspelled the, but I don't think it matters because ChatGPT is smart like that. All right, look, now it's giving me actual conference URLs. So I could create a spreadsheet from this information and create an outreach campaign. So now let's actually see if we can get contacts for all of these people. So we've got 15 conferences now, right? Now let's say, can you give me a main contact, phone and email for each of the above? Now, probably I could have done all this at once, but I'm trying to emulate how I would actually search for something. Be like, oh, actually now I need a phone number. Now I need an email. But of course, once you do this a few times, you get wise and you can feed the right prompts right at the beginning. Oh, I don't have access to contact information. All right, so let's say, can you give me a link to the URL with contact info for each of those conferences? All right, so let's see if it can do that. Certainly. All right, so it can't give you the contact information, but it can give you the contact page, right? So that'll save you some time. So this is pretty cool, right? You can use it for that. And then of course, then it's on you to do the outreach. But guess what? ChatGPT can actually help you write that outreach email. It can actually write a call script for you. So you can then type in, please give me an email to reach out. Please give me an email template to reach out to each of the above to offer my speaking services. Use this URL. Oops, I'm going to give it my Superstar Activator in order to write copy that would be relevant to all of these. Now, by the way, you could even get much more narrow and say, give me copy for this organization, give me copy for this organization, so that way you have a really compelling email for each one. But this is pretty good, right? Let's see what ChatGPT has to say. All right, so it's saying, dear conference organizer, I hope this email finds you well. I'm reaching out to inquire about any upcoming speaking opportunities at blah, blah, blah. As a coach and speaker with over X numbers years of experience, I'm passionate about helping individuals, blah, blah, blah. Not a good email. Why? because it's opening talking about me instead of talking about them. So let's tell ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, revise this, but open with something more compelling about them and their conference instead of about me and my services. Let's see what happens. All right, so it's like ChatGPT is unfailingly polite. It's like, sure, here's a revised email template. I love that. Now let's see, what it starts with is, I hope this email finds you well. I was thrilled to learn about your upcoming conference. That's still about me. Oh well. And I'm excited about the possibility of contributing to your event as a speaker. Still about me. No good. So let's give ChatGPT a little bit better inputs here. Let's say, okay, try again. This time open with, I know you're super busy, so I'll keep this brief. I'd love to offer a contribution to your conference. And then lay out a specific value proposition that I can offer at the conference to support their members in growing their coaching businesses. All right, so I had to give it a little bit of love. I had to help it out a little bit. So let's see what it comes out this time. I know you're super busy, so I'll keep this brief. I wanted to reach out and offer a contribution to your upcoming conference. As a fellow coach, I understand the importance of providing valuable resources to support coaches in growing their businesses, and I believe I can provide significant value to your attendees. Much better, right? So you do have to play with it. I'll let you play with it some more, but this is actually a pretty good letter. Although it goes next into, I'd love to offer a special discount to your attendees. No, we're not going to do that. So you definitely have to guide it, but once you do, you can have a template that works really well. It gives you something to start with, and it lets you see, oh no, I definitely don't want to say that, but it gives you the contrast to be able to give it better guidance. It's a lot easier than starting with a blank page, that's for sure. Now, if you're liking what you're seeing here, I've got hundreds of more videos about how to grow your coaching business. I invite you to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I'd love to hear or see and read some of what you create with ChatGPT below in the comments. Now let's get back to it. Here are some other ways you can use it to sell speaking engagements. You can use it to actually write proposals. I think ChatGPT does a great job of giving wonderful proposal structures and outlines. So if you have a speaking engagement on the table and you're looking at a blank page and you need to write a proposal, try throwing some parameters into ChatGPT and getting some help with writing your proposals and writing the cover letter, the email that goes along with the proposal. You can also use it to write follow-up emails to speaking engagements that you've already reached out to and to create follow-up email campaigns. And here's a good one. I've been starting to use ChatGPT to give people scripts so that they can do outreach for me. So instead of me having to pick up the phone and do every call, I have ChatGPT give me some insights, some ideas for call scripts, and I can have one of my assistants call instead. So another way is that you can, if you have video of you on YouTube speaking and it's public and it's got the transcript, which all videos on YouTube that are public have the transcript accessible, you can paste that URL of that video into ChatGPT and ask it to write a one-sheet or a description for you to turn that topic into a speech. So for example, I have 600 videos on YouTube. I could take any one of those URLs, post it into ChatGPT and say, write a brief description of this topic as if it were for a speech. So now I'm gonna try to create a description for a speech based on my video, The Best Big Back End Business Model for Coaches. All right, so I'm gonna go over here to ChatGPT and say, write a description for a speech about this topic. The description should be for meeting planners that are hiring speakers for conferences about coaching and how to build a coaching business. So tailor the description for that audience. Now you can see I'm making a bunch of spelling errors, and that doesn't matter. ChatGPT can handle that. Okay, so are you looking for a dynamic and engaging speaker to motivate and educate your audience on the topic of coaching and building a successful coaching business? Okay, so now it references the video, which we don't want. So let's say, now rewrite the speech description without referencing the video and focus on the problem the speaker addresses and the solution she provides. Use the content of the video for language. Let's try that. And I'm not going to even repost the video URL, so it already has it. Here we go. Are you struggling to build a successful coaching business? Are you looking for guidance on how to turn your coaching practice into a thriving venture? Look no further. Our expert speaker has a wealth of knowledge and experience in the coaching industry and can provide you, and I would put, and your audience, with practical solutions. So this is a pretty good description. It gets into the challenges that coaches commonly face and also the solutions that she provides. This is a pretty good description. So this is a great way that you can use it to get more speaking engagements, to write the copy to describe your speeches, and even come up with titles and taglines either. Let's do this. Now write a title and subtitle for the proposed speech. The title, Building a Thriving Coaching Business, Practical Solutions and Expert Insights. Subtitle, well, that was a subtitle, but Overcoming Challenges and Leveraging Social Media. Well, we're going to skip that. How about now write 10 more titles and subtitles, no more than 20 words total for each set. Beautiful. Coaching for Success, From Passion to Profit. Unlock the secrets to building a profitable coaching business, and on and on and on. So this is a great way to use ChatGPT. I hope you go play and have some fun, and meet me on the other side for video number 5, the 5th installment in this series. And if you're curious about working with somebody like me to help you grow your coaching business, let's connect. We can do that at superstaractivator.com/go.